Yesterday, I had to explain to my dad what the word meta meant. We were talking about the current Twitter meta, and my parents haven't seen 2 seconds of my content. They're incredibly supportive. They never watch it. I think that's the perfect balance. I prefer it that way. But the meta of live streaming has just been drastically changing over the last 6 months to a year. Like, I haven't heard the argument, like the YouTube versus Twitch argument, in a really, really long time. People don't talk about it anymore, and I haven't talked about it in a minute. I'm gonna be honest, it got exhausting. Like, the whole conversation just got turned on its head. I was so invested in watching these two major platforms compete for streamer loyalty, which is, given the meta at the time, is a super important conversation. When two companies compete for user loyalty like that, the user is the one who wins. So I was really excited about it at the time. But here we are, a year later, and YouTube is still slow as ever to deliver core functionality, you know, like a proper live stream directory, and Twitch is still slashing the pay of their creators. The bottom line is, unless you're getting cut like a fat check to pick a side, right now, picking a side doesn't do anybody any good except for the platforms. So let's have this one-on-one conversation. I'm making some pretty drastic changes to my live streaming and social media strategy come 2023, which starts it starts in a week. And I just want to share with you 3 of the largest, most important changes I'm making. Partially because I think it's an interesting conversation and it's important, and partially because I think some of it's experimental and it scares me a little bit, and maybe I need some validation in the comments. Be there for me. So this video is sponsored by World of Tanks, the free-to-play game that's doing a very special in-game event right now. From December 1st to January 9th, World of Tanks will be hosting its biggest in-game event of the year called Holiday Ops. So if there is a time to start playing this game, now might be that time. Arnold Schwarzenegger is back from last year, but this time international star Mila Jovovich is joining and making her Holiday Ops debut. So the 3 of you are gonna have a nice little meetup in your village. There will be tons of rewards like premium tanks, customizations, crews, medals, in-game items, and special missions, and complete the character missions from Arnold and Mila to get them as commander. Fun fact, the tank M47 Iron Arnie in Holiday Ops was created with the help of the Governator himself and was inspired by the real tank he personally owns. Is that true? Schwarzenegger owns a tank? You can do that? Of course he would. I don't know why that surprises me. World of Tanks is available on PC, console, and mobile. I will be putting a link at the top of the description down below. And be sure to use code TANKMANIA to get a free 7-day premium account, 250,000 credits, the premium tank Excelsior, and 3 rental tanks for 10 battles each. Sign up for World of Tanks now and enjoy all those free things. Back to the video. Hey, thanks for always letting me use sponsors and pay the bills on these videos, especially with these massive changes happening next year. It's terrifying having a little bit of money in the bank. It gives me the peace of mind to actually go through with some of these. So let's talk about what these 3 things are. Number 1.
Hey, Knuckle Bud. Are you just living your best life out here?
This is my parents' ranch, by the way. They live out in the middle of BFE, and look at this. Like, can you see horses over there? You see them? There are horses over there. I'm sleeping next to horses.
You need something, bud?
Biggest change number 1. This will be the least surprising to all of you. You've probably heard it everywhere for months, maybe a year now. YouTube Shorts. Last year I've been meaning to start YouTube Shorts. It's been on my mind for forever, but this year I'm making some shifts, and YouTube Shorts is gonna be one of the the main focuses of my channel. There's so much evidence that channels that make regular content and shorts, especially now that they're separated on the channel, the growth is just astronomically higher than those that don't make shorts. It's irresponsible that I haven't been doing that. So it's not like, oh, I'm gonna start making shorts. No, I'm gonna start focusing on shorts. My problem is that I have this need to make everything produced in super high quality, and it's exhausting to try to come up with something to do that with every single day. I need to stop doing that. I need to make something every day. I've got some ideas. I want to try some stuff. I think it could be fun. I'll probably fail, so please don't call me out if I don't do it every day, but that's the goal. A short every day. Change number 2, driving a unique niche. I need to say that in better words, but I've spent more time than I like to admit trying to figure out what the Harris Heller channel really is, what it's about, the personal, not the Senpai Gaming channel. We all know what that is, not this channel, my personal channel, the one I stream on. I've been wanting to make videos on that channel, but I didn't know what the channel was for a long time. And I feel like this is a big one for everyone. When you're trying to figure out what your channel should be about, you have to ask yourself 3 questions. And the questions are, what am I good at? What niche can I stand out in? And what do I enjoy doing? And for me, that last one is the one that I've been ignoring for the last 2-3 years now. And I don't, but can I open up with you guys a little bit? I hope you haven't been able to tell, but I've been struggling for the last little bit. It's been this constant grind of testing all the new tech and trying it out, but never really being able to use it. Never being able to grow and push myself and challenge myself because there's always another webcam that I have to review. And it's really hard to admit that on YouTube because I know how lucky and how fortunate I am and that people would kill to be in the position that I'm in, and sharing publicly that like I'm not happy with what I'm doing is really scary. And if you want to roast me in the comments, that's fine. I don't blame you. It seems so terrible from the outside looking in. But if I'm gonna last in this career, my new channel needs to answer that third question a little bit better. This is also the reason I'm jumping back onto Twitch. That wasn't clickbait, by the way. You'll see me streaming on Twitch often. I don't know. Maybe I don't commit to something until I figure out how all these other changes commingle, but you will see me there. The thing that a lot of people don't know is I used to stream gaming, like a lot. I would spend the first hour and a half in just chatting. As soon as I jumped from just chatting to gaming, my viewership cut in half. And the anxiety that brought on me, that I lost half of my viewers when I did this thing, like I couldn't justify it. I kept telling myself, like, why bother streaming games then? If I can stream just chatting the whole time and have double the viewership, this is my job. Again, this is me ignoring that third question. This is my job. This is what I should be doing. But in the end, I stopped enjoying streaming. So basically, I've done what I think a lot of streamers should do. I've taken a step back. I've reassessed what I want to do, reassessed what might work, and I've found an opportunity. I'll be streaming on YouTube on the Harris Heller channel, stuff that fits with the Harris Heller brand, so that channel is a cohesive brand. It's a cohesive niche. And then I'll be streaming on Twitch what I talk about on this channel. Niche them both down a little bit, separate them a little bit. It feels right. I'm excited. And if we were to make this about you here for a second, and you, I'm speaking with a very generalized term here, one of the biggest things that I see a lot of streamers, a mistake that I see them make, is they don't ask the second question, which is, what was it? I forgot what it was. Oh, what niche can I stand out in? There are a lot of streamers making a lot of the same kind of content as everybody else. I think it's worth taking a step back and asking, what makes me stand out? What makes me unique? What's gonna make someone follow me and be excited to click on my stream and watch my content, you know? Probably the hardest one to answer, but it's probably the most important one to answer too. Oh gosh, I thought that was a person over there. It was my dog. It freaked me out. But the biggest change number 3, that's probably gonna surprise you because we've talked about it. We haven't talked about it in a while, but last time we talked about it, I had a completely different stance. But again, the meta is changing and it's always worth reevaluating. Don't always stick to your guns just because they're your guns. Be flexible. Be water.
Be water, my friend.
How long has it been since we've talked about multi-streaming or restreaming? Streaming to multiple platforms at the same time. It's been a while. I was always against it because you were splitting your audience, splitting your experience across multiple platforms, and none of them offered any discoverability. So there was no pro, just a little bit of con. It just didn't make any sense. But did you know that now there's a platform that is pushing live streaming discoverability? Like pushing it hard. It's TikTok. On my way back from Germany, I sat next to a full-time TikToker who, this is gonna sound crazy, literally never posts actual content, never posts videos. He primarily live streams. And just by live streaming over the last 6 months, maybe a year, he's gained 1.4 million followers. Just live streaming. That's never happened on Twitch, ever. Not a single time has that kind of growth happened from live streaming on Twitch. They're pushing it hard. So what I plan on doing is while I'm live on either Twitch or YouTube, I'll be live on TikTok at the same time. This is probably the biggest experiment I'll have. I don't know if I'll be co-streaming TikTok with Twitch or co-streaming it with YouTube or alternating or just always, no matter where I'm streaming, also go live to TikTok. I don't know. We'll see. Make sure you're following me everywhere and we can walk this path together. Join me in this little experiment that we call my social media career. Oh, also, by the way, an extra little teaser. We are in the middle of working on something that's gonna make what I just described, that multi-streaming to TikTok, gonna make it much easier. Very excited. Can't tell you anything else about it. It'll be here very, very soon. You just wait. I'm gonna be honest with you. This has been months of planning and analyzing and prepping and mentally prepping because I'm terrified. I mean, this isn't like a hobby. This is my career. And I'm making some pretty massive changes, and just these careers are a house of cards, and I'm worried that I'm flicking one out of the bottom, but it's necessary. You need to be able to evolve, and I'm excited at the same time. So let me know in the comments down below, did any of these spark any interest? Are you gonna try any of them? Do you have any other suggestions, changes you'll be making? And while you're down there, hit the like button, because it's free and it helps out a ton. Let's crush it in 2023. Sound good? Sounds good to me. Love you guys. Happy streaming.
D'accord.